In the vast emptiness of space, the advanced Stellar Federation faced its greatest crisis. The once mighty civilization of blue-skinned humanoid aliens had achieved everything, except survival itself. Their species was dying, not from war or disease, but from a genetic flaw that had slowly decreased their male population over centuries. Now, in the year 2750, the Federation's remaining female population watched helplessly as their civilization crumbled. Their advanced genetic engineering had failed. Their attempts at cloning had produced nothing but lifeless copies. Their proud race, which had spread across 3 spiral arms of the galaxy, faced extinction within 2 generations. Amanda Reed, the chief scientist of the Federation's Survival Council, stood before the holographic displays in the Great Hall of New Dawn Station. Her deep blue skin shimmered under the artificial lights as she studied the latest population graphs. Each declining line felt like another nail in their species' coffin. "We have no choice left," she announced to the Council of Elders, her voice steady despite the weight of her words. "We must look beyond our own kind." The council members shifted uncomfortably in their seats. Their species had always considered themselves superior to other races. But desperate times called for desperate measures. "Our scouts have found a compatible species," Amanda continued, bringing up images of a blue and green planet in a distant spiral arm. "They call themselves humans. Their genetic structure is remarkably similar to ours, and their males are numerous and healthy." Elder Lisa, the oldest member of the council, leaned forward. "These humans. Are they civilized? Do they have spaceflight?" "They're relatively primitive by our standards," Amanda replied. "They've only recently achieved faster-than-light travel. But they're adaptable, resourceful, and most importantly, genetically compatible." The council chamber erupted in murmurs. The idea of mixing their noble bloodlines with a primitive species was shocking. But extinction would be far worse. "There's more," Amanda added, her voice cutting through the whispers. "Our preliminary studies show that human males possess something our men lost generations ago: genetic diversity. Their DNA could be the key to saving our entire species." She pulled up more data, showing simulated genetic combinations. "Their reproductive capabilities are exactly what we need. And their physical strength, while primitive, could add valuable traits to our gene pool." Elder Lisa stood, her ancient voice carrying authority that silenced the chamber. "Then we have no choice. Send the diplomatic mission. If these humans are truly our last hope, we must swallow our pride and approach them." Amanda nodded, relief flooding through her. But she knew this was just the beginning. How would humans react to their proposal? Would they understand the desperation that drove the Federation to seek them out? As she looked out at the endless stars beyond the station's windows, Amanda wondered about these humans. Their species had survived countless challenges, wars, and near-extinction events. Now, ironically, their resilience might be the key to saving the Federation's future. The mission would have to be handled carefully. They couldn't risk frightening or alienating potential human mates. Everything would depend on making the right first impression and explaining their situation in a way humans could understand. Amanda began drafting the diplomatic protocols. Soon, the fate of 2 species would be intertwined in ways neither could have imagined. The human space station Unity-1 orbited peacefully around Earth when the Federation's diplomatic ship emerged from hyperspace. Captain James Miller stood at the command center, watching the alien vessel with a mixture of awe and concern. The ship was beautiful, sleek, silver, and clearly far more advanced than anything humans had built. "Sir, they're requesting permission to dock," his communications officer reported. "They say they come in peace and need to discuss an urgent matter with Earth's leaders." Miller straightened his uniform. First contact with an advanced alien civilization, this was history in the making. "Grant them permission. Alert Earth Command and prepare the welcome committee." Inside the Federation ship, Amanda Reed adjusted her translator and tried to calm her nerves. The success or failure of their entire species might depend on these first moments of contact. She had studied human customs extensively, but theory and practice were very different things. Remember, she told her all-female crew, humans have never met alien life before. We must be gentle in our approach. No mention of breeding or genetics until we've established trust. The docking procedure went smoothly, their technology easily adapting to the primitive human systems. As the airlock cycled, Amanda took a deep breath. The station's artificial gravity felt strange, lighter than what they were used to. The doors opened, and for the first time, humans and Federation members stood face to face. Captain Miller managed to hide his surprise well, though his pulse quickened at the sight of the tall, elegant blue-skinned women. Their beauty was alien but undeniable. "Welcome to Unity 1, Miller said, extending his hand as he'd been trained. "I'm Captain James Miller." Amanda had practiced this moment. She reached out and shook his hand, noting the warmth of his skin, the strength in his grip. "I am Amanda Reed, Chief Scientist of the Stellar Federation. We come seeking humanity's help in a matter of great importance." The human delegation led them to a conference room. Amanda couldn't help but study the males they passed, so many of them, healthy and strong. It gave her hope, even as she noticed their suspicious glances. "Your arrival is unexpected," Earth's ambassador said once they were seated. "We had no idea there was intelligent life so close to our system." "We have been watching humanity for some time," Amanda admitted. "We needed to be certain you were ready for contact. Recent events have accelerated our timeline." The humans exchanged glances. Miller leaned forward. "What kind of events?" Amanda activated a holographic display, showing the Federation's territory. "We are an ancient civilization, spread across thousands of worlds. But we face extinction unless humanity helps us." She explained their situation carefully, leaving out the specifics of genetic compatibility for now. The humans listened with growing interest and concern. "So you're saying your entire species is dying?" Miller asked, his voice soft with sympathy. "Yes. But there is hope." Amanda's eyes met his. "In humans, we see potential salvation. Your species has qualities we lost long ago. Together, we might find a solution that benefits both our peoples." The ambassador frowned. "What exactly are you proposing?" "An alliance," Amanda said. "We offer to share our technology, our knowledge of the galaxy. In return, we ask for humanity's help in saving our species." She paused. "The details are complex. We should discuss them privately." As the meeting continued, Amanda noticed Captain Miller watching her with growing curiosity. Perhaps he sensed there was more to their proposal than simple technological exchange. She would need to be careful how she proceeded, but she couldn't help feeling optimistic. The first contact had gone well. Now came the delicate part, explaining to humanity exactly what kind of help they needed, and hoping they would understand. 3 days after first contact, Earth's leaders gathered in a secure conference room deep within Unity 1 station. Amanda Reed stood before them, her heart racing as she prepared to reveal the full truth of their mission. The room was filled with the most powerful humans on Earth, military commanders, political leaders, and scientific experts. Captain Miller sat in the front row, his presence somehow reassuring. Over the past few days, he had shown himself to be both intelligent and understanding. She hoped the others would react similarly to what she was about to share. "What I'm about to tell you," Amanda began, "is the complete reason for our visit." She activated a new hologram, showing the genetic structure of her species. "Our males began dying out centuries ago. A genetic flaw caused fewer male births with each generation. Now, we have less than 1,000 males left across our entire civilization." The room fell silent. Amanda continued, her voice steady despite her nervousness. Our scientists discovered something remarkable about humans. Your males are not just similar to our species, they are perfectly compatible. She brought up a new display, showing the merged genetic patterns of humans and her people. A child born of a human father and one of our females would be healthy, strong, and able to have children of their own. More importantly, the genetic flaw that's killing our species would be eliminated. The human leaders stirred uncomfortably. An older general spoke first, his voice gruff but not unkind. Are you saying you want our men to help repopulate your species? Yes, Amanda said simply. We propose a program of voluntary partnerships. Any human male who agrees would be given full citizenship in the Federation, access to our advanced technology, and a life of luxury among the stars. The room erupted in heated discussion. Some leaders looked outraged, others intrigued. Captain Miller remained thoughtful, studying the genetic displays with interest. And what does Earth get in return? A female politician demanded. Amanda activated another hologram, showing Federation technology far beyond human capabilities. Everything. We'll share our medical knowledge, which has eliminated most diseases. Our clean energy technology. Our faster-than-light travel systems. Earth would advance centuries overnight. The debate raged for hours. Some argued it was an incredible opportunity for humanity. Others warned it could be a trap, or that it would drain Earth of its men. Through it all, Amanda answered every question honestly, knowing that trust was their only hope. Finally, Captain Miller stood up. The room fell quiet as he spoke. I have a question. These partnerships you propose, would they be real marriages? Or just? He struggled to find a polite word. Amanda's expression softened. We believe in love, Captain. Any unions would be voluntary and based on genuine connection. We're not asking for breeding stock, we're asking for partners, husbands, fathers for our children. We're asking for a chance to save both our peoples. The human leaders called for a recess to discuss the proposal privately. As they filed out, Captain Miller lingered behind. He approached Amanda, his expression curious. You've been watching Earth for a while, he said. Why didn't you choose another alien species? There must be others out there. Amanda met his gaze. We searched for centuries. But humans, you're special. Your adaptability, your strength, your capacity for love and understanding. No other species we found had these qualities. You survive where others would fail. You thrive where others would surrender. These are traits our children will need. Miller nodded slowly, a small smile forming. I'll support your proposal, he said quietly. Whatever happens, I believe you're being honest with us. And sometimes the craziest ideas are the ones that change everything. As he left, Amanda felt a surge of hope. If more humans shared his open-mindedness, perhaps there was a chance for her people after all. Now they just had to wait for Earth's official response, a decision that would change both their species forever. 2 weeks after the Federation's proposal, Unity 1 station buzzed with activity. Earth's governments had debated fiercely, but finally reached a decision. The station's main hall was packed with both humans and Federation representatives as they prepared for the official announcement. Amanda stood with her team, trying to read the expressions of the human officials. Captain Miller caught her eye from across the room and gave her a subtle nod. At least one human still supported them, regardless of the outcome. The Earth's chief ambassador stepped up to the podium, his voice echoing through the hall. After careful consideration of the Federation's proposal, Earth has decided to accept, with conditions. A wave of relief swept through the Federation representatives. Amanda felt her knees go weak with emotion. They had a chance. First, the ambassador continued, all partnerships must be completely voluntary. No pressure, no coercion. Second, any human who agrees must be fully informed of all medical and genetic implications. Third, they maintain their Earth citizenship and can return home at any time. Amanda nodded. These were reasonable terms, exactly what they'd hoped for. But the ambassador wasn't finished. Additionally, we request that the technology transfer begin immediately, before any partnerships are formed. We want to ensure this arrangement benefits both our peoples from the start. The Federation's lead diplomat stepped forward. We accept these terms. The first technological packages are ready for immediate transfer. We suggest beginning with medical technology. We've noticed several diseases on Earth that we eliminated centuries ago. As the formal agreements were signed, Captain Miller made his way through the crowd to Amanda's side. "Congratulations," he said quietly. "Though I suspect the hard part is just beginning." Amanda turned to him, curious. "What do you mean?" "Well," he smiled, "now you have to convince human men to leave everything they know and move to the stars. That won't be easy." "We thought about that," Amanda replied. She activated a small hologram showing beautiful Federation worlds. "We're organizing a tour program. Interested humans can visit our worlds, see our civilization, before making any decisions." Miller studied the images with interest. "Smart. Nothing sells an idea like seeing it in person." He paused, then added casually, "I might be interested in taking that tour myself." Before Amanda could respond, a commotion near the entrance drew their attention. A group of human protesters had somehow gained access to the station. They carried signs warning about the alien threat and protecting Earth's men. Station security moved quickly to contain the situation, but their message was clear: not everyone on Earth supported this alliance. Amanda watched the protesters with concern. "Don't worry about them," Miller said, noticing her expression. "There's always resistance to change. Most people understand what an amazing opportunity this is." The Federation's diplomatic team began distributing information packets about their worlds, their culture, and the partnership program. Already, several human men were gathering around, asking questions with obvious interest. Amanda felt a surge of hope watching them. "Your people are so curious, so willing to embrace the unknown. It's one of the things we admired most during our observations." "Speaking of observations," Miller said, "how exactly did you study us without being noticed?" Amanda's blue skin darkened slightly, their version of a blush. "That's a rather interesting story. Perhaps I could tell you over dinner? We should discuss the tour program in more detail anyway." Miller grinned. "I'd like that. Though I have to warn you, Earth food might be very different from what you're used to." As they made plans, more humans approached the Federation representatives, eager to learn about this opportunity for adventure among the stars. The protesters were gone, but their brief appearance had reminded everyone that this journey wouldn't be simple. The future remained uncertain, but at least now there was hope, for both species. The next phase would require patience, understanding, and perhaps a bit of that famous human adaptability. The first tour of Federation worlds began 1 month after the agreement. 300 selected human males, including Captain Miller, boarded the Federation's luxury transport ship. Amanda stood in the ship's observation deck, watching Earth grow smaller in the distance. "It's strange," Miller said, joining her at the window. "I've spent years in space, but this feels different. Your ships make ours look like ancient sailing vessels." Amanda smiled. "Wait until you see our worlds. The first stop is New Eden, one of our most beautiful colonies. The entire planet is like a carefully tended garden." The journey gave the human visitors their first taste of Federation luxury. The ship's artificial gravity and inertial dampeners made space travel feel as smooth as floating in a pool. Entertainment systems provided access to thousands of years of Federation art, literature, and history. But not everything went smoothly. During dinner on the third day, a heated argument broke out between two human guests. "We're being bought," one man shouted. "They're trying to bribe us with technology and comfort to use us as breeding stock." "Nobody's forcing you to be here," another replied calmly. "Some of us see this as a chance to be part of something bigger than ourselves." Amanda was about to intervene when Miller stepped in. "Gentlemen," he said firmly, "we're guests here. Let's behave like it." His natural authority quickly diffused the situation. Later, in the ship's garden dome, Amanda found Miller studying the alien plants. "Thank you for handling that situation," she said. "Not everyone understands our intentions." "They're scared," Miller replied. "Humans often fear what they don't understand. But fear can turn to wonder with the right guidance." He touched a glowing flower, watching it pulse with soft light. "Like this, at first it seems alien and strange, but when you take time to appreciate it, you see the beauty." Amanda felt her heart speed up at his words. Over the past month, she had found herself increasingly drawn to this human. His combination of strength and gentleness, wisdom and curiosity, represented everything her people hoped to find in humanity. "James," she said softly, using his first name for the first time. "There's something I should tell you. The reason I was chosen to lead this mission." Before she could finish, the ship's emergency alarms blared. Red lights flashed through the garden dome as the captain's voice came over the speakers. "All passengers, please return to your quarters immediately. We've detected unauthorized vessels on an intercept course." Miller's expression turned serious. "Pirates?" "Impossible," Amanda said, but her voice held doubt. "This is Federation space. No one would dare." She checked her data pad and her blue skin paled. "They're Earth ships. Military vessels." "What?" Miller's eyes widened. "Those aren't authorized to be out here. Unless..." His face darkened with realization. "The protesters. Some of them must have military connections." They rushed to the bridge. The tactical display showed 3 Earth warships approaching rapidly. A transmission came through. "Federation vessel, this is the Earth Protection Fleet. Your kidnapping of Earth citizens will not be tolerated. Prepare to be boarded." "Kidnapping?" Amanda was shocked. "Everyone here came voluntarily." Miller grabbed a communication terminal. "This is Captain James Miller of Unity 1. Stand down immediately. You are violating both Earth law and the Federation agreement." There was a pause, then, "Captain Miller, you've been compromised. These aliens have used unknown technology to influence human minds. We're here to rescue you." Amanda turned to her ship's captain. "We can easily outrun them, but that might prove their point," Miller finished. "Make humans think you really did have hostile intentions." He thought for a moment. "Let me talk to them. There has to be a peaceful solution." As the Earth ships drew closer, tension filled the bridge. The future of human-Federation relations hung in the balance, and with it, the hope of saving Amanda's species. The bridge of the Federation ship hummed with tension as the 3 Earth warships drew closer. Captain Miller stood at the communication station, trying one last time to reason with the approaching vessels. "This is Captain Miller to Earth Protection Fleet. These are peaceful diplomatic vessels operating under official Earth government approval. Stand down immediately." The response came back harsh and determined. "Captain, we have reason to believe the aliens are using mind control technology. Your judgment is compromised. This is your final warning, prepare for boarding." Amanda watched the tactical display with growing concern. While their ship could easily outrun or overpower the Earth vessels, either action would destroy the trust they'd worked so hard to build. "We have another problem," the Federation ship's captain announced. 2 more Earth ships just appeared behind us. They're trying to box us in. Miller turned to Amanda, his expression grim. They're not going to listen to reason. Not when they believe they're rescuing us. He paused, then asked, "Do you trust me?" Amanda met his eyes. "Yes," she said without hesitation. "Then let me handle this my way." Miller straightened his uniform and activated the ship-wide communication system. "Attention all human passengers. This is Captain Miller. I need every military officer and government official among you to come to the main bridge immediately. Bring your communication devices." Within minutes, the bridge was crowded with dozens of Earth's officials. Miller quickly explained the situation. "They think we're being controlled," he told the gathered humans. "So let's prove them wrong. Everyone, contact your superiors back on Earth. Use your authority, your connections. Show them we're here by choice." The bridge erupted in activity as the officials began making calls. Military officers contacted their commanders. Government officials reached out to their departments. Scientists connected with their institutions. Meanwhile, the Earth warships continued their approach. Their weapons weren't powerful enough to seriously damage the Federation ship, but that wasn't the point. Any violence now would destroy the Alliance. Amanda watched in amazement as Miller coordinated the response. Humans were calling in favors, demanding to speak to superiors, even threatening political consequences. The ship's communication systems were flooded with hundreds of messages from Earth as the passengers' contacts began responding. "Enemy ships, this is Admiral Thomas from Earth Command," a new voice cut through the chaos. "Stand down immediately. Those vessels are operating under full diplomatic authority. This is a direct order." "But sir," the Earth Protection Fleet commander protested, "our intelligence suggests dash." "Your intelligence is wrong," the admiral barked. "I'm looking at hundreds of messages from passengers aboard that ship, including 3 generals, 2 senators, and dozens of other officials. They're there by choice. Stand down now, or face court-martial." The tension on the bridge reached its peak as everyone waited. Finally, the Earth ships powered down their weapons. "Understood, Admiral." "Standing down." A cheer went up from the gathered humans. Miller sagged with relief, and Amanda impulsively hugged him. "You did it." "We did it," he corrected, smiling. "This is what I meant about human adaptability. Sometimes the best solution isn't about technology or power, it's about people working together." As the Earth ships retreated, Amanda realized something important. The humans aboard hadn't just defended the Federation, they'd chosen to stand with them. In that moment of crisis, they'd proven that true cooperation between their species was possible. The Federation ship's captain set course for New Eden once again. The first tour had faced its greatest challenge and emerged stronger. But Amanda knew there would be more obstacles ahead. The protesters and their military allies wouldn't give up easily. Looking at Miller, still coordinating with Earth Command to prevent future incidents, Amanda felt more certain than ever. If anyone could help bridge the gap between their species, it was humans like him, brave, creative, and willing to fight for what they believed in. 1 year after the first contact, Unity 1 station had transformed. The once simple human space station now featured Federation technology, making it a symbol of cooperation between the 2 species. Amanda stood in the new garden dome, watching Earth through the transparent ceiling. The first year had brought remarkable changes. Over 5,000 human men had volunteered for the partnership program after seeing the Federation worlds. Each one had found their place among the stars, forming genuine connections with Federation women who shared their interests and dreams. More importantly, the first children had been born, healthy babies with a mix of both species traits. Their genetic tests showed no sign of the flaw that had threatened the Federation's existence. Hope had become reality. Deep thoughts? Miller asked, joining her at the window. Now serving as Earth's chief liaison to the Federation, he split his time between both civilizations. I was remembering how scared we were to make first contact, Amanda replied. We feared humans would reject us, or worse, try to take advantage of our desperation. Miller took her hand, his wedding ring glinting in the starlight. Their own marriage 3 months ago had become a symbol of successful human Federation partnerships. Instead, you found out that humans can surprise you. The medical technology transfer alone has saved millions of Earth lives, Amanda said. And our scientists are learning so much from human creativity. We thought we were just saving ourselves, but we're both growing stronger together. A group of human Federation couples walked past, talking and laughing. Among them was Tom Baker, formerly a simple Earth mechanic, who had revolutionized Federation ship design with his practical human insights. Next to him, his Federation wife Lisa beamed with pride, her hand resting on her pregnant belly. The protesters have gone quiet, Miller noted. Hard to argue against success. Even the Earth Protection Fleet commander who tried to stop us has admitted he was wrong. There will always be challenges, Amanda said. But now we face them together. The station's announcement system chimed softly. Attention all personnel. The first graduation ceremony for the Joint Space Academy will begin in 30 minutes. They headed to the main hall, now expanded to hold thousands. The Academy had been Amanda's idea, a place where humans and Federation members could learn from each other, combining the best of both civilizations. The hall was packed with proud families from both species. On stage, human and Federation instructors stood together as their students received their diplomas. These graduates would crew the new hybrid ships, designed with both human innovation and Federation technology. Look at them, Miller whispered to Amanda as the ceremony proceeded. They don't see aliens and humans anymore. They just see people. Amanda squeezed his hand. That's the real solution we needed. Not just genetic compatibility, but genuine understanding between our peoples. After the ceremony, they joined the celebration in the station's grand ballroom. Music from both cultures mixed as couples danced and families mingled. Children ran playing between the adults, their laughter a promise of the future. Elder Lisa, who had supported the Human Alliance from the start, approached them. The Council has received the latest population projections, she told Amanda. With the success of the partnerships and the healthy birth rates, our species will not only survive but thrive. And humanity's influence has made us stronger than ever. As the celebration continued, Amanda and Miller slipped away to their favorite spot in the Garden Dome. Earth hung below them, while the stars beckoned above. Their civilizations had taken a desperate chance on each other and found something greater than mere survival. What do you think the future holds? Amanda asked, looking up at the endless stars. Miller smiled, pulling her close. Together? Anything is possible. Above them, a Federation ship departed for deep space, its crew a mix of both species, carrying their shared dreams to the far reaches of the galaxy. What had begun as a last desperate hope had become the beginning of a new era for both civilizations. The stars themselves seemed brighter, lighting the way forward for all of them.